This is Narasimham from St. Joseph Degree College wants to discuss regarding modes of entry into global markets. Once the marketer chooses the foreign market, he has to know how he want to enter, how he has to enter the global market. In order to enter into global markets, he may be choosing any particular mode. There are various modes of entry into global markets that may be chosen by a particular marketer. Among them, the first one we got is exporting. What exporting mean? It is a process of selling goods and services produced in one country to other country. This exporting may be either direct or indirect. Under direct exporting, a company capitalizing on economies of scale in production concentrated in home country establishes a proper system of organizing export functions and procuring foreign sales. Once if we come to the case of indirect exporting, it involves exporting through the export intermediaries. The exporter has no control over his product in the foreign market. With this exporting, the marketer used to have certain advantages and disadvantages. Some of the advantages he got are it helps the distribution of surplus of production, it is less expensive, less risky, and apart from that, under the direct export, that the exporter has direct control over selection of market, and apart from that, it helps in fast market access. Once if you come to disadvantages, high startup cost in case of direct exports, then the exporter has little or no control over the distribution of products. Then exporting through the exporting intermediaries increase the cost of products. The next mode of entry we got is the licensing. It is a method in which a firm gives permission to a person to use its legally protected product or trademark or copyright and to do business in a particular manner for an agreed period of time and within an agreed territory. The person or else the party who gives license is called as the licensor, and to whom the license is given is termed as licensee. It is an easy method to enter foreign market as less control and communication is involved. The financial risk is transferred to licensee and there is better utilization of resources. Even this mode has got certain advantages and disadvantages. If you see the advantages, very less investment is involved and apart from that, low cost of labor. Then if you come to disadvantages, it is time consuming. Then decline in product quality may harm the reputation of licensor. The third mode of global market in particular entry is franchising. It is a system in which semi-independent business owners pay fees or royalty to a parent company in return for the right to be identified by its trademark, to sell its products, and often to use its business system. The person who is going to give franchise is called as the franchisor, and to whom that franchise is given is termed as franchisee. It has got certain advantages and disadvantages too. The advantages are it is less risky, highly motivated employee, advantage of expertise of franchisor. Then the disadvantages are difficulty in keeping trade secrets. Franchisee may become a future competitor. A wrong franchisee may ruin company's name and goodwill. The next mode we got is the management contracts. It is an agreement between two companies whereby one country provides a package of skills like managerial assistance, technical expertise, and specialized service to the second company which is lacking the above skills. This agreement is for certain period in return for monetary compensation like fees or percentage of sales, etc. The next mode of entry we got is the turnkey projects. A turnkey project refers to a project in which clients pay contractors to design and construct new facilities and train personnel. It involves the delivery of operating industrial plant to the client without any active participation. A company pays a contractor to design and construct new facilities and train personnel to export its process and technology to another country. For example, industrial companies that specialize in complex production technologies normally use turnkey projects as an entry strategy. The next mode of strategy for entering global markets is joint venture. It is a strategy used by the companies to enter into a foreign market by joining hands, sharing ownership and management with another company. It is used when two or more companies want to achieve some common objective and international operations. The advantages of this mode are particularly technological competence, optimum utilization of resources, partners are able to learn from each other, and apart from this, it spreads the risk between the partners. It provides skills like technical skill, technology, human skills, etc. The disadvantages of this joint venture are conflicts in management, conflicts over asymmetric investments, cultural and political stability may pose a threat to successful operations. Life cycle of a joint venture is hindered by many causes of collapse. The major reason why companies go to joint venture is for contractual agreement or else for risk sharing or else for the sake of the economies of scale, funding constraints, geographical constraints, etc. The next mode of entry we got is mergers and acquisitions. A merger is a combination of two or more distinct entities into one. The desired effect being accumulation of assets and liabilities of distinct entities and several other benefits. The merging entities cease to be in existence and merge into a single servicing entity. Acquisition implies acquisition of controlling interest in a company by other company. It doesn't lead to dissolution of a company whose shares are acquired. This mergers and acquisitions has got certain advantages and disadvantages. Once if you see the advantages particularly, the company can formulate international strategy and generate more revenue. And apart from that, the company immediately gets the ownership and control over the acquired firms, employees, technologies, brand name, distribution networks, etc. The disadvantages may be this strategy adds no capacity to the industry. Acquiring a firm in a foreign country is a complex risk. It involves bankers, lawyers, regulations, specialists from different companies, etc. And apart from that, labor problem of the host country's companies are also transferred to the acquired company. Then we got the next mode of entry is FDI, which means foreign direct investment. It is the mode of entering the foreign market through investment. Investment may be direct or indirect through financial investments. It influences the investment pattern of the economy and helps to increase overall development. The extent to which foreign direct investment is allowed in a country is subjected to the government regulations of that country. It can be done by purchasing shares of a company, property, and assets. It has got certain advantages and disadvantages too. The advantages are it is easy mode of entry and modifications can be made at any point of time. The disadvantages are the return on investment may be low or else the government policies may not be helpful. The next mode of entry we got is subsidiaries. A subsidiary is a company with voting stock of more than 50% controlled by another company, usually referred to as the parent company or the holding company. This parent company holds a controlling interest in the subsidiary company. The subsidiary must follow the laws of the country where it is incorporated and operates. The last mode we got is strategic alliance. It is a voluntary formal agreement between two companies to pool their resources to achieve a common set of objectives while remaining as independent entities. It is mainly used to expand the production capacity and increase market share for a product. Alliances help in developing new technologies and utilizing brand image and market knowledge of both the companies. Thus, these are the various modes of market entry strategies we got in particular. Hope you are able to follow the discussion pretty well. Thank you.